that in the comments because people were also saying, hey, Carl, my brother Carl wrote, breakfast burritos were a tactical error. Well, my brother Carl also has an Instagram show. It's called the $15 Game Show. Check it out. He really does have a game show. It's called the $15 Game Show. The funny thing about the $15 Game Show is, he's asking people questions, and the first question's $1, and the next question's like $3, and the next one's, I think it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5, and it adds up to 15, which is genius. But he asks everybody every single time after the, would you like to keep going, or would you like to take the $1? Carl, I think they're going to let it ride. It's really, really funny. I don't know, Carl, if you realize that that's sort of what makes it funny to me, but and if you probably think it's funny too. But explaining to somebody who won $1, who will be Venmo'd $1 if they stop. He stops the whole show to go through the rap. Okay, now you can stop now and take the $1, or you can go on to the $2 question. And I've just seen everybody. No, I'll go to the $2 question. It's very, very funny stuff. Very funny stuff. Charlie Hunter says he'd take the $1. Charlie Hunter would title a song, I'd take the $1. I need you to know, Charlie Hunter's one of the best song titlers around. He plays instrumental music, and that frees him up to title a song whatever the hell he chooses. I'm more bound to the language used in the lyrics of the song. Charlie just uses a lot of inside dirty jokes. But check out Charlie Hunter. You'll see his handle come up quite a bit. The greatest guitar player. The best. Okay, this guy inspired me so much. I mean, did I ever think that at one point when I went to go see Charlie Hunter play at the Middle East in Cambridge, Massachusetts in like 1997, that one day he'd be commenting on my talk show from my living room? It's amazing. It's amazing. Be like, I don't know. You know what? As I get older, I start bailing on metaphors more, and that's why I keep a lot of my friends now. I go, I can't catch that throw. Let's see what's going on. Make a Blu-ray of your tour this year, please. I have a feeling this person works for Blu-ray. A feeling this is, why don't you eat enough pork on stage? The other white meat. Your drawstring pants are a game changer. What game have they changed? Really, I wish you could be here so I could be like, elaborate. Sometimes when you ask people to elaborate, there's nothing behind what they have. And God knows I'm that way all the time because I couldn't even elaborate on my metaphor. Umbrella Academy, writes Adrian Gallagher. Yep. Dean's Nuts is here. Dean's Nuts, now a really, really successful graphic designer, and he makes a lot of the merch that I sell at shows. Really successful guy, seminal force actually in Dead and Company, Grateful Dead kind of culture designs. Didn't know this, I'm sure, when he signed up for Instagram and just picked Dean's Nuts as his name. And so now all of his work is done with Dean's Nuts. It reminds me of an old SNL sketch that I saw one time. It was really, really funny. And it was right around the late 90s. The internet was starting to kind of boom. And it was for a law firm. And it was a very serious commercial for a law firm. But the thrust of the commercial was that all the internet names had been taken. And so, very seriously, this law firm advertises their website as clownpenis.fart. Because that's all that's left online as a domain name. One of the funniest things I've seen. So, I want to show you another one of the funniest things I've ever seen. So, I had the flu this week, and I coined a term. The term is fluvies. Oh. Fluvies are movies that are only fun to watch when you have the flu. I was coming down with something, got the chills. I pumped the heat up in the room, and I watched a movie called The Equalizer with Denzel Washington. This movie was awesome. The Equalizer was awesome. I don't know if I would have thought it was awesome if I'd seen it again, but I was delirious, and I had a great time watching. Please turn your radios down at home. And by at home, I mean in my home. So I love The Equalizer so much. Great fluvy. You know what else a great fluvy would be? Peppermint, as mentioned last week. Born Identity, great Fluvy. Bad Fluvy, like Interstellar. Too much math in that, you know. I had to bring a Texas Instruments calculator to watch that one. But it was great. Then I watched Equalizer 2, which, true to its name, equalized all the fun I had in Equalizer 1. What do you say you make a third? We go best 2 out of 3, guys? So, I'm watching Equalizer 2. What is happening? Hi, Bob. Bob Saget just showed up. Hey, Bob and Kelly.
Hi, John.
Bob and Kelly still making it work?
Yeah, good.
Fantastic.
That was my phone, sorry.
That's okay. So I'm watching The Equalizer 2, and I saw dialogue that made me laugh so hard. It didn't make me laugh at first because I was so befuddled as to why the dialogue was what it was. I still don't get it. It's supposed to be comic relief, I think. I need you to help me understand this one line in Equalizer 2. I paused it, watched it back, watched it a third time to try to figure out why this was said, and I still can't figure out why this is said. I'm going to show you a clip from Equalizer 2, and you'll see what I mean. Let's take a look. Real high quality, me filming my laptop. Let's take a look here.
So anyway, you got something to drink?
Yes, I do. Would you like something to drink?
Yeah.
Come on in. Iced tea or water?
What I look like, Jackie Chan?
Okay. Pause. Okay, pause. Denzel Washington says to the kid, iced tea or water? And the kid says, what do I look like, Jackie Chan? Does anybody in the room know what that is in any reference to?
No.
We need to watch it again. You need to see it again. Tell me out there what you think this is in reference to. Here it is again.
So anyway,
by the way, this whole scene is not totally necessary, but
Would you like something to drink?
yeah.
here it goes.
Come on in.
Iced tea or water?
Iced tea or water?
What I look like, Jackie Chan?
He also goes, psst, what do I look like, Jackie Chan? Now, does anybody understand, anybody in the comments understand why anybody would say, okay. All right, someone wrote Chinese tea. Now, you might be like, good John, you could have thought of that too. The closest thing I can come up with is that he has this tea bag that he walks around with in the movie, and he makes his own tea. But like, even still, that's a tough one. Even still, what's going on?
It's a Bruce Lee quote. So the quote is, empty your mind, be formless, shapeless, like water.
That's
So it's
the,
a kung fu.
no, I don't think it's a kung fu thing. But Alice, that's helpful. I mean, it's a but he says Jackie Chan.
I know, but I think it's just a
And
kung
that's
fu.
too much of a stretch.
It's the craziest dialogue I've ever seen in my life. I thought I was losing my mind.
Could I ask you a question?
Yes, Bob.
Could it be that Jackie Chan, when he's on set, either prefers iced tea or water?
This would make the inner city character of Miles, the sort of easily swayed, he's easily impressionable, he might join a gang, might not join a gang, that he understands Jackie Chan's writer. His Hollywood movie writer.
Or his caretaker, yeah.
So one more time he says, iced tea or water? And the kid goes, what do I look like, Jackie Chan? I'm going to start saying that to everybody, no matter what they ask, because it's about as useful there. Just anytime someone asks me, flat water, tap water, or bottled, what do I look like, Jackie Chan? And whatever they come back with would be their impression of what they think I mean. So that's it. It's paper or plastic. What do I look like, Jackie Chan? I'd be like, okay, fucking paper, fine. I'd be like, let's figure it out. Oh. Candy T-Man says, I'm telling you, Jackie Chan has a brand of tea he sells.
He does.
Is this common knowledge that Jackie Chan sells tea?
No.
No. It's not even on Amazon Prime.
It's not even on Amazon Prime. A product is not a product unless it's on Prime. Asians drink tea, but no one ever specified. Iced tea is usually like American, like Lipton tea.
Yeah. For sure.
Oh God, I could play this joke for the next hour. I just don't. It's so funny. What do I look like, Jackie Chan? My funny friend from high school would have said that, just to experiment with saying something. Anyway, we can. It was called Extra Green. That was Jackie Chan's tea. By the way, Jackie Chan's tea, it's probably great. Check it out. Trying to help people. Trying to help people as best I can. I'm now getting sent links to my text. Tea-Tech Jackie Chan, like links to Jackie Chan's tea. Let me tell you something. Even if Jackie Chan made $1 billion on tea and was known as the Elon Musk of tea, it's still weird to see in a movie to say, what do I look like, Jackie Chan? That would be like Denzel saying, like, can I cook you something? Be like, what do I look like, George Foreman? It's still out of place. Let's see if anyone else can break this down forensically. I can't believe no one talked about that line anywhere else. Because I'm not Jackie Chan, I'm having Perrier watermelon. And the Perrier people sent me a lot more Perrier watermelon. And the reason that I felt like that was a coup for me was because I wasn't exactly like glowing about Perrier watermelon. I'm addicted to it, but it's still trash ass. Figure that one out, Perrier people. You gonna send me more or not? This thing I drink 6 times a day. The only reason I drink 6 bottles a day is because I'm still trying to figure out if I like it. No, just show that in your next marketing meeting on mute. But what did he say? What's he saying? I don't know. The plugs aren't working. Plugs aren't working. The IT guy's there. I know how to get it to work. Shut up! Oh, man. I didn't even mention that coming up in a little while, our friend Jeff Ross is here. Yeah, there he is. There he is. Speaking of ads, we have a sponsor this week. We have a sponsor this week. It's Campbell's Chunky Soup. I'm sure they'll love your laughing. Folks, Campbell's Chunky Soup is the soup that eats like a meal. Chunky tackles hunger with the tastes you crave, whether you eat it on its own or pour it over mashed potatoes for a fast combo. This is their copy, not mine. I've never poured soup over mashed potatoes, but what am I, Jackie Chan? Bold ingredients, hearty varieties, and flavors that don't stop. Grab Chunky and fight back when NFL-sized hunger hits. Now, before you accuse me of selling out, I just want to tell you I'm not getting paid a dime for this. And in fact, I've had no contact with the Campbell's people whatsoever. And that, my friends, is punk rock. That's not the right song. I meant to play the Ramones.
Big difference.
Big difference. But it's a good song, isn't it? Haven't heard a good song about sailing recently. You know?
The Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald.
It's something about owning a boat, not super universal these days. Yeah, you know what I really want to put into music? The love of sailing. But it does. If somebody was like, ever thought about sailing before? I'd be like, yeah. And like, when do you think about sailing the most? When I hear that. Now, you know, it'd be very, very funny if my home movie of me throwing up on a boat, in a fishing boat in Mexico, was scored with this song. That'd be funny, wouldn't it? Be sort of Boogie Nights, right?
Come Sail Away, stick.
Come Sail Away. Yeah. But then there's probably some hip hop songs about being on a boat. Yeah. It's time for the part of the show called I look like my hair looks like I just finished getting in a fight. You know when someone's got that hair and they're like their shirt's out and they're like, he started it, and they put their hair back into place? That's what my hair just looks like. It's time to play Can I Talk to You Over Here for a minute?
Can we talk for a minute? Let's get in it. Oh!
I'm now addressing this camera because it doesn't make any sense anymore when I do this. People who will go on to call the Super Bowl boring. Can I talk to you over here for a minute? You're conditioned to chaos, my friends. That was a football game. A hearty football game played by two incredibly well-tempered and talented teams. I'm so sorry the power didn't go out. I'm so sorry there weren't technical difficulties or someone didn't parachute in. Sorry you got nothing to meme about. There's nothing to repurpose content-wise. It was just a game played by titans. Sorry that it bored you. People playing at the highest level, like Olympians, like Herculean level sports bored you because someone's balls didn't break through their pants. And then you would have been like, this is an exciting game. I've been saying for a couple of years now, I was tired of games being like 3-0 and then 100-3. And then you walk out of the room, you walk back in, and it's 102-100. And then the power goes out. And then there's a brawl. Good. About 2 weeks ago, actually before the end of the first season, I was saying things need to be boring again. What you saw was just a great football game. So people who are under maybe the age of 25 or 30 think that that's boring. That used to be all the time, my friends. Anybody over the age of 40 be like, that's how we grew up. You played a football game and you ended it. And everybody went home. It wasn't boring. That's called peace. It's called world peace, my friends. What you're missing is chaos. And that is what brings me to my prediction that I think people are catching on, or will catch on, to the fact that people are saying the Super Bowl is boring, and there's after parties, and there's events that are going to take place in Atlanta all night. And I think that there are going to be some people who are going to take it upon themselves, some well-known names take it upon themselves to ratchet up the heat because they know the game was boring, and they're born performers, and they're going to... Mark my words, something bonkers will happen tonight that will be a bigger story with it than the Super Bowl because people can't stand leaving anything on the table. Someone's going to run with the baton tonight. It's going to be wild. That I can totally predict. That I can predict. We are still on tape. This is 11 a.m. on Sunday, but I can tell you that someone's gonna have to raise the heat. But I don't think they should. I think it should be over. There's nothing to meme. There's no something gate. That's it. And you go on with your life. Football was played. Football was won. If that's boring to you, you crave chaos.
Can we talk for a minute? Let's get in it. Oh.
How am I doing, guys?
That was boring.
Well, it was the point.
Do you have any Jackie Chan iced tea? I'm really thirsty. I can go for a kapow.
Oh, this is so fun.
Well, I guess it's time we bring him out, isn't it?
Yeah.
Folks, you can see my next guest on the Netflix special Bumping Mics with Dave Attell. He's a Comedy Store regular. He tours the world over. He's the roast master general. We're going to go... Can we go live with him first? For a second? To bring his fans on in and see if he's around. Oh, you know what? I'm having the same trouble that my brother was having yesterday with bringing people in. Oh, I see how to do it. Okay. So let's see if Jeff can go on from the green room. We're bringing him in. Waiting. Our guest in the green room. People are ready. Chaos. What's up?
Hey, man.
You excited to come on the show?
Dude, I'm a big fan of the show, and I'm glad I can finally get down here and come on. And
That's it.
I need it at the end of the week.
Yeah. Well,
Can I come on?
why don't you come on the show?
Okay.
Why don't you step on the show? Great. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the one and only Mr. Jeff Ross.
Hi, everybody. Happy Super Bowl. Happy Super Bowl.
Yeah.
This is so nice. I love it. I finally get to see the set. Can I just touch it?
Yes.
I love it. It's great.
Okay. You should back up a little bit. Maybe we both
Do the whole world a favor. I'm
Yeah.
backing up
Yeah.
a little bit.
Fantastic.
How's my hair?
You look you look great. Did you watch the Super Bowl?
I did. That was it was so low. I've scored more telling chicks that I know you. It was a low scoring game. It was fun. It was fun. I always love the spectacle of it.
Yeah.
I love watching it.
You watch any commercials?
I didn't watch the commercials. I skipped them, but I watched everything else.
Yeah.
And Adam Levine's shirt on. Well, he
What?
took his shirt off.
Yeah. You want to just jump on it and start roasting people?
Oh yeah. I mean, whatever you say. It's great to see everybody. Hi everybody. Sundays. I really feel like the best stuff happens on Sundays.
Yeah, there's a lot of people out there who actually have real Sunday night anxiety, and this show is a way of giving everyone a soft landing into their week.
I like that.
Someone thinks you stole that robe out of my closet.
You know what? I could get why you would think that, but I also have my sort of Zen style sometimes.
No, I comment on it.
But John did mention that he likes it. I'm gonna get you one.
Thank you. Thank you.
I have 3 of them, but
You
they're
really?
all different colors.
Well, that one's all different colors.
Reconstruct a Melrose, yeah.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. That's a good spot.
Uh,
How do I look? This is so fun.
Isn't it fun?
Hi, Aunt Donna. Hi, Larry. Hi, George.
Are these people commenting or just?
These are people who are big fans of your show who told me that they were going to watch. So
Oh, cool.
I'm assuming they're going to watch. I like the idea of Sunday night because what's really on Sunday night?
Well,
Other than the biggest show in the history of the year.
well, I couldn't tell people that I was going to coming back last week and then say, and by the way, we're not on week 2. You gotta be on. And then, and this is no joke, people were starting to reach out going like, I've kind of started to rely emotionally on this show keeping me company on Sunday nights, and there's a little bit of public service to this.
I get it.
If it weren't for the Campbell's people keeping it going, I don't know how to make this work.
It's like a blanket. It's like a warm blanket on a rainy Sunday.
Except that we're both in front of some cold hard brick. Like
Look how handsome we look.
We look great.
John he's almost handsome enough to be a quarterback in the Super Bowl.
You want to?
And almost huge enough to play the halftime show.
Let me tell you something.
Speaking of deflated balls, how do you still sing those high notes?
Where I cease to be a Super Bowl level artist is where I have taken all the joy out of life and have nary a single headache. I like coming in at about number 5 or 6. You do well, and you're only really known to your fans, and no one's ripping on me because no one's thinking about me who doesn't like me. This is in
right,
2019.
All right.
You want the people who are thinking about you to be the people who like you. You don't want to be going door to door with people who aren't thinking about you. When they do, they're like, why am I thinking about you? Get out of here. I like my role in life right now. I like coming in number 5 and number 6. I'm fine with it.
What about this tour? Are people going to come?
It's going to be great. In fact, the ticket sales have been really encouraging and exciting. And so thank you to everyone who bought a ticket already. And I'm going on tour this summer, and I'm starting to rehearse in a week or so and putting together the biggest show I've ever put together. That's not even an opinion. That's like fact.
He's bringing a marching band.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Remember before everybody marched, there were parades.
Yeah.
Remember we used to have parades. When I was a kid, we had parades. Now we have marches.
Interesting. There's still parades, but just don't get as much press as the marches.
I'm not saying that
marches have better publicists than parades.
We're not far off from the Macy's Thanksgiving Day March.
How come I look red and you look green? What's going on? Who likes this show?
You want to stay in the Matrix or you want to leave it? Which one?
This is great. This is like, how can we make a cuddly hostage video?
By the way, all the good cuddly stuff is over here, and then we move it here. By the way, everything you ever see on this set was ordered through Amazon Prime now, and this is contact paper for I don't know what it is, but this is all there was, and so. You know what? I like working in it.
I feel like everything you ever wanted a carnival in one set. I like it. It's good. It's lo-fi
We're
but
making
high
it work.
tech. Which
I-
one plays the Ramones? Just so I know if I hit a big joke and I want to.
Nothing plays the Ramones.
All right.
There wasn't any Ramones. There was only.
Have you ever gotten underwater, like in the Great Barrier Reef?
No,
Anytime I ever
but I'm going to
float around.
Australia, and if anybody wants to take me to the Great Barrier Reef in Australia, pardon me,
It's a lot of fun. And while it's still there, I highly recommend a visit.
I would love to go to the Great
It
Barrier
could
Reef.
go away due
Yeah.
to global warming.
Yeah, no, that's too bad.
Are people watching? Are you getting a lot of good feedback tonight?
Getting a lot of good feedback. You know, tonight's it's going to rain all week. You know, my house is going to end up at the bottom of the hill by the time it's done raining, and that'll be fine. I'll be right behind the polo lounge. I'll go to my polo lounge, my
You got your
backyard.
friends over.
My friends are here. Everyone's chilling. My friend Ricky's here. He's not usually here all the time, so he gets to watch the show.
Which friend was watching your house when it got broken into? That's what I want.
It was a new friend, a brand new friend I met. Hey, so I was thinking, you know, you have a name, a well-deserved name for being a roast master. And as you can see, you're gorgeous at taking the piss out of things. So I thought that I would show you a few people using the power of Instagram's new functionality, and you could roast them for all to see. Are you up for it?
I'm up for it.
Okay.
And if you think of anything, help me out. And Bob, too, please. If you
Okay.
Anything comes to you.
Let's see
We're going to
here.
roast just randos?
What about this person?
Is that Tom Brady?
That's Tom Brady.
Oh, my God. I thought that was a Frankenstein reboot. Please don't repeat these. These are just for this one time, right? This is my current mood on Tom Brady. I might not feel this way tomorrow.
No. And you still are able. You sort of have the
And
hand.
shout out to the Patriots for a great season.
What about this person right here?
Oh my gosh, look at that guy. He was the first guy I had a crush on in high school.
The first.
Richie Policastro. He looks like Richie Policastro, the quarterback of my high school football team. But it's not. I realize it's the guy who lost today. Shout out to the LA Rams, who, you know, like it was a joke 2 years ago, and here they are in the Super Bowl. So they could win next year.
You want to do a couple more?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's take a look at how about this person right here?
You know what? This nip slip would have worked if he had a tattoo of Janet Jackson on his breast.
Out of room.
Yeah, I say, Adam Levine, your shirt on.
I don't understand what that means.
Leave your shirt on. Levine, your shirt on.
Oh my goodness,
He
that
took his clothes off.
the longest pass thrown tonight was that joke.
I thought it was good for a second. I love Adam, but he's got moves like Jagger.
Oh.
You know
What
what?
about this person?
You know what? I really thought it was cool that Big Boy paid tribute to Aretha Franklin with his wardrobe. Who else would wear a fur coat in Atlanta? Like, it was like one guy has no shirt on, and there he is.
You think they should come to a compromise and both just have on a polo shirt?
Like, who goes out in a fur coat and a baseball hat?
It's pretty Atlanta, I'll say that, in the best of ways. What about this son of a bitch right there?
What is that?
Well, that's me.
Is that you as a young child?
That's me on stage. The best part of it's been covered up by this. Hold on, let me see if I can finish it out. Hold on, let me finish it out.
That's John's current orgasm.
That's not bad. That's not bad. Hey, everybody. Hey, everybody. What's happening? I'm in the middle of singing a real high note I'm not sure I can get. So I'm manipulating my face in this way to hope the sound gets tickled out, because I really don't know what I'm doing as a singer. So I figure if I do this, I might ricochet the sound out of my head real easy like that. So let me send it on back to, that's what I look like. Boom, roasted.
Ready for this next son of a bitch? Hit that son of a bitch right there.
That dog will live to 12.
That's how you roast a dog.
Whose dog is that?
I have no idea. That's just a super cute.
That
golden
is a
retriever.
really that's impossible to roast.
Yeah. That's
But
just
shout
a-
out to Jordan, who used to have a dog named Sadie that looked just like it. I used to have a joke about this dog. I was used to read a poem, Sadie, get off the couch.
I know. I used to play music behind that joke.
Can I do it now as a tribute?
Absolutely.
I have a copy of it right here.
Okay.
This is a love poem to my dog, Sadie. It's called Sadie, Get Off the Couch. Sadie, get off the couch. Sadie, get off the couch. Sadie, off the couch. Good girl. The end.
Ready for more? Hit it.
Oh, no.
In fact, everyone down there in comment land, roast Jeff back. Now is your
I
chance.
can't take it. I'm
Now is
sensitive.
your chance. Hit it hard. Hit it hard in the comments, everybody. Come on, let's get. I'm gonna start reading them out.
Oh, do
Don't.
it. I need to
Okay.
hear it.
Okay, here we go.
I look like Lex Luthor's accountant.
All right, come on. Don't get. He's bald. Boom roasted. Thought it was Dana White. You look like a hot Danny DeVito. It's a real diss to Danny DeVito, actually. Love your work on Top Chef, says Reverb. Is that Shrek? They meant Shrek. They wrote Shriek. Looks like a dildo with ears.
That one's kind of accurate.
Mr. Clean. We all know that's not true.
This is fun. I don't think I've ever been roasted.
He
on
looks
a
like a
show.
garlic knot. He looks like a Breaking Bad reject. Is that Jackie Chan?
They're trying to say I look stoned.
Here we go again.
This is abuse. I kind of like it.
I don't know if people can hear that, but here we go. Would you like something to drink? Come on. You want ice to your water? Psst. What would I look like, Jackie Chan? That roasted itself. That was great. Everyone got a little there.
I really enjoyed. I found that to be cathartic in a way.
Someone wrote if Mini Me and Dr. Evil got together, that's not bad. Looks like a bootleg Seth Rogen.
What exactly does that mean?
I don't know.
That
I
one's
know.
kind of a compliment.
Yeah, he looks like that overly chatty Uber driver. Well, that's real specific to the Uber driver you get. That's the world's most localized burn. Well, because I had this Uber driver once. I had a joke about, or thought about a guy who goes on stage as a stand-up to do jokes about Instagram, but he doesn't realize everyone's Instagram feed is different, so no one laughs. I don't know. You see these new sneakers they put out today? It's like, no, just you.
Some of those jokes are starting to hit me now.
You see, he's starting to get a little upset.
Maybe I've been too hard on people these last few years.
Are you going to turn it in tonight? You going to turn the mic in tonight?
I do feel like this might have hit a nerve, and I might soften up.
Because you know what it's like now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for this.
Whoa, this is a real cliffhanger. Find out if Jeff keeps his job. He might. Oh, what have you done? What have you
It's
done?
raining in LA too.
It won't. Every time it starts raining, I love
As
it.
soon as those jokes hit me, like I heard thunder and it rained. Did you hear that? Wow,
Oh my
that
goodness.
was deep.
I think that's everybody that I was gonna show you in my phone. Yeah. We can look at some other things on my phone. This is my New York Times crossword puzzle for Monday. I'm stuck on one word. I can't get out of it.
What is it?
I play the New York Times with my brother. I actually can't show it to you because it would be cheating. I play the New York Times Monday crossword puzzle every week competitively against my brother, and this one has me. I've been having I think he's up like 5 games right now, and it's never gone to this degree of getting trounced. What rodeo clowns look like without makeup? Okay, I'm gonna stop reading them now. I'm gonna stop reading them now. They're gonna be coming to me all night.
Someone said rub it.
Hey Jeff.
Will you rub it?
It's time for the part of the show where I ask you if you have any shows coming up. Jeff, this is a part of the show called Tell Me. Tell me! Do you have any shows coming up?
Yeah. Me and Dave Attell will be bumping mics at the Borgata Memorial Day weekend.
Awesome.
Sometime. I think it's the Friday. And we'll be at the Sands in Bethlehem the night before. Me and Attell.
Right on. And check out Bumpin' Mics.
Netflix. Thanks
Netflix.
for saying that, bud.
Yeah, no, it's great. Well, what do you say I give them my final sermon and we send them on in their week?
Can I listen?
Sure you can. I'm going to turn it.
By the way, I think you are providing a public service, just in closing, because you know what? It's like you get to reveal, your fans get to learn a little bit about you, but also it's like it's good to have friends at the end of the week.
We do this show.
Not everybody has a big crowd to hang with, and you're lucky you have friends who come over, and it's cool that you share.
Thank you. And my friends are also the ones watching. I live a very good life right now. I think that the only patting myself on the back that I will do is having structured my life in a way that I was able to discern what are the parts of my life I want to keep that are exciting and really fulfill me, and what are the other parts that bring the mayhem. And I don't get the mayhem, and maybe I'm not in that white hot level of stardom all the time, but I love it because the other people who are, they got to suffer the slings and arrows and all that stuff. The only people who write me on my Instagram right now are people who know me and care for me and want to see me play this place or that place and want to thank me for something. And so this is why I'm more than happy to do this show with people. And I think it's a really fun way. I mean, I know it's like kind of goofy, but it's actually kind of a fun way to connect with people using something that is used a lot of the time to sort of go real oil and water, you know, or in your case, oil and vinegar.
That's good. That's good.
Thank
I
you.
have a request.
Yes, sir.
Did you guys take your shirts off?
I think only
Don't.
because
I was just doing an Adam Levine reference.
no, I would have done it.
Yeah, exactly. Jeff would.
Are we gonna do a Super Bowl Sunday shirt takeoff in the name?
Listen, I listened when I heard your buddy say you got to do stuff to get exposure for your show.
You know what? Let's do it for rock and roll.
This is for rock and roll.
Because if taking your shirt off is cool, consider me Miles Davis. What's up, entertainment blogs? Everyone's taking their shirt off Super Bowl Sunday. Hold on, let's do the shot.
This is not right. It's called current move, not current move.
I'm dying.
Thank you for that,
That's television.
This is going to travel next week through many prisons.
Oh my
prisons.
Oh gosh, the best. That's okay. Listen. Before I send you back for the week,
You held his tits. You're going to regret it.
folks, Campbell's Chunky Soup.
How
Put it
many
on
free
mashed
plugs are you going to
potatoes.
give them?
Oh my goodness. Jeff Ross, ladies and gentlemen. One more time for Jeff Ross. Oh my goodness. Oh. I'm going to leave you with this thought. One of the most important things in my life when it comes to making it, keeping it going, I was thinking about the other day, is recommitment. And everyone talks about commitment, and we're very on and off about it. We try to commit to a diet, we try to commit to a thing, and then we give up, or we have a bad day and we go, that blew all that. But the key, my friends, is recommitment. So even if you were great all week in something, no matter what it was, you're working on, you're writing a book, or you're working on a diet, or whatever the thing is, and Saturday and Sunday you slip and you go, I screwed that up. Nope, you still have 5 good days out of 7. You recommit on a Monday, you catch 5 more. So you go 5 step forwards, 2 step back. Sometimes you go 7 steps forward and 4 steps back, but you still have the 3. And if you keep building like that with recommitment, that's how you travel. A jellyfish goes like this, back and forward, back and forward. And if you go forward more than you go back, you're going forward. So whatever it is you're doing, and this comes at the right time, because this is around the time where New Year's resolutions start to fail completely. Whatever your New Year's resolution was, just recommit. It's very easy to do. I'm sure you probably have 2 weeks of something before you gave it up. Those 2 weeks are still there. Build off of those and keep going and going and going. Quit for a week, go for 3 weeks. Quit for a day, go for 5 days. You are moving forward if you recommit. I'm doing it again. I had so much veal parmesan last night, it was insane. Now, does that end the diet? No. You start again tomorrow, add some more days to the thing. And even if your stomach goes like this, it's moving in. It's moving in. It really amounts to how zoomed in on your own graph are you. And you got to zoom out, and you'll see you're getting somewhere. A little bit of that. So recommit to whatever it is you're doing. Have a lovely week. I love you dearly. Thank you so much for showing up to the on sale with the tickets for the tour. If you don't know, I'm going on tour this summer, and check it out on johnmayer.com, and you can see the tour dates there. We're going to have an absolute blast. The band's getting together real soon to start playing. We'll share some of that stuff with you, I'm sure, as well. And we will not see you next week. Programming note, won't see you next week because of the Grammys. So we'll see you the week after that. Have a lovely couple of weeks. I'll see you around the campus. Love you dearly. Have a great night. I'm Okay, so tonight's song is Waltz for Debbie by Bill Evans. And I believe Waltz for Debbie is sort of a study of fifths, or 2 5s and stuff like that. And so I don't really know how to play the piano, but I can look at a chord, and the theory that I have as a musician can teach me what notes are in each chord. And then all I have to do from that point is learn the shape of the chord on the piano. So half the battle is done for me as a piano player. The other half is a long road ahead, but it's in creating vocabulary on the piano. However, I can figure it out chord by chord, which is what I'm doing. And I will take lessons at some point, but it can't hurt to establish more and more of a theory base. Let me also tell you, and I'm hoping to see these numbers go down, actually, because I'm just being nerdy tonight. But theory is not a scary thing. It's just not scary. So, for instance, if you look at a G minor 7 flat 5, that sounds very scary and revolting. But a G minor 7 flat 5 can be very easily worked out. I don't know how to play it on the piano. I'm looking at it on a sheet of paper. As long as I know where a G is on a piano, which I think many people do, you could find a G. This might actually teach some people what music theory is, which could be interesting. Music theory really easily is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1 or 8, but that's it. So people say there's 8 notes on a major scale. There's actually 7 because the 8th is the same as the first. And then the average actually have is 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1. Now, I'm not just singing that because it's remedial or it's a do, re, mi thing. That's actually the math. So if you have a G minor 7 flat 5, well, what makes it a minor? Anybody know what makes a minor chord a minor? Oh, you've all been writing and I didn't see it. A flat third, that is correct. So if I play a 1, a flat third, on a 5. Wait a minute, you say. I don't know what that means. Yes, you do. 1, 2, or actually, that should look like this. 1, 2, minor third, third. So 4, 5. If you play 1 and 3 and 5, that's a major. 1, 3, 5. 1, flat 3, 5. I call it minor 3, but same thing. Minor third 5. That's your G minor. What makes it a 7? 1, minor 3, 5. 1, 2, minor 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But actually, it's that. That is, so far, a G minor 7. 1, minor 3, 5, 7. You would recognize this a little more as a blues chord. That's a major. Right there could describe the difference in the colors and the tonality of major and minor. And this is bluesy, but and this is sweeter. Well, all a flat 5 means is you take this 5 and flatten it. Now, I look at what I have done with two separate hands, and I know now that that's a flat 5. And I can teach you guitar as well. Whatever shape you find through that math, learn the root, and that's the pivot point for the chord everywhere you go. You can do it here now. Okay, now I just have to do it long enough to be able to remember it. I'm teaching you how I'm teaching myself. So, I'm looking at all these chords. I've just been doing this all day today. So I'm flat 3rd and 5th, minors means diminished. Oh, that's interesting. I did not know that. Thank you. And that's not sarcastic. I did not know that. Okay, so this Waltz for Debbie thing has counterpoint. The whole thing is a study in counterpoint, and it's gorgeous. So if I take the top part without the bottom notes, we get... Try it again. Oh, I'm getting tired. One more time. G minor 7, 5, 5. 2 5s all the way through. Da, 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 da. Okay, so then I'm going to try the melody on the top. So then, that's the melody line and the chords, but then I can do, and this is where it gets, this is where I sit all day and do it. This is the bass line underneath. And this is the puzzle, because my brain's about to go. Isn't that beautiful? And then you also have to play it in some sort of semblance of time. And that's the practice. This is like my first time playing this stuff really today. Just be able to make that chord. D's really hard. Okay, now play it and mean it. Play it and mean it. Play it and mean it. So forget what you learned, just try to get there through heart and soul. And then there's these other chords, the bridge, which is, I just did it for the first time before I went live, and I was freaking out because it made me so happy. A minor 7. Right. A minor 7. Right. C minor 7. C minor 7 would be this. Never played that before in my life. Now a G9. Wouldn't that be a G with an A? Or you could maybe play the I underneath. A. Okay, so anyway, I'm just trying to get it right. Better than it was. I started to hear it. Started to hear it. Started to get me. Started to get it. And that's all I practice is as long as you can see the thing come up over the hill and you can see what the thing is, I go like, I can leave it there for the night knowing like, oh, there's more tomorrow. But man, it's so gorgeous. It's like two separate brains at the same time. This thing, one more time. I just want to... We'll take the bass line over. press notes close together, so I just throw an extra finger down sometimes. I did it with You're Gonna Live Forever in Me. Would actually be like how would I do it? I'm too tired. Anyway. That's interesting.
Great big bang dinosaurs, fiery rain and meteors. It all ends unfortunately, but you're gonna live forever in me. I guarantee it's meant to be. Parts of me were made by you. Planets keep their distance too. The moon's got a grip on the sea, but you're gonna live forever in me. I guarantee it's just meant to be. You know life is full of sweet mistakes, and love's an honest one to make. Time leaves no fruit on the tree. You're gonna live forever in me. I guarantee it's your destiny. And when the pastor asked the pews for reasons he can't marry you, I will keep my word, I'll keep my seat. But you're gonna live forever in me. I guarantee. Just wait and see.
I had to give you something for sitting through that. Anyway, go back to playing. I'm obsessed. Still obsessed with making music. Have a lovely night. Don't tell anyone about this. I was playing music for you. We just hung out. It's just... Oh, thanks, Luploff. It's just, it's late at night, hanging out in the kitchen, grabbing snacks, playing music. Super fun. I had a neck burp. I tried to hide it from you, but my neck burped. You ever have that? You're like, let's cancel the launch. And they're like, we're going. We're neck burping. Alrighty. Sleep well. Well, sleep. I say that in my head a lot. Sleep well. Well, sleep. It's a power.
word wise.